Hello, this is Frank Morris with another video tip of the week from StudyTheCode.com. This week we're going to talk about readily accessible ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. In the electrical portion of the 2012 International Residential Code and the 2011 National Electrical Code, or NFPA 70, they state that GFCIs shall be installed in a readily accessible location. Both codes are almost the same in writing when it comes to this requirement, but the meaning is identical. First, let's talk about the definition of readily accessible. Both codes state the definition of readily accessible as capable of being reached quickly for operation, renewal, or inspections without requiring those to whom ready access is requisite to climb over or remove obstacles or to resort to portable ladders and so forth. This would mean that a person is able to walk right up to the item that is readily accessible and can use the item without having to remove any finishes to access the item, or would have to climb over or climb up a ladder to get to them. An example of something being readily accessible would be in a receptacle on a wall out in the open, a light switch, a fire extinguisher hanging on the wall, etc. An example of something that is not readily accessible would be a light fixture. You can readily touch the light fixture, but you have to climb a ladder first. Some people have confused the ladder situation with fixed stairs. For instance, you may have an electrical panel at a platform 12 feet off the ground. Some folks have stated before this was not readily accessible due to the fact you had to climb a set of fixed stairs to get to the panel. This is incorrect. Fixed stairs are permanent, unlike a movable ladder. Therefore, in this example, the electrical panel would be readily accessible. The reset buttons on a GFCI have to be readily accessible as required by the codes due to the fact the manufacturers recommend they be tested on a regular basis. They would also need to be readily accessible in case the GFCI trips and has to be reset. An example would be the GFCI at a hydro massage tub. Here we have a receptacle behind a refrigerator. As we all know, it is not very easy to move a refrigerator. Therefore, this would be a situation where the receptacle is not readily accessible and the reset buttons cannot be installed behind the refrigerator. Most professional electricians always have put the refrigerator on a separate circuit anyway, just so the refrigerator would not be on a GFCI circuit. There are rare occasions, for whatever reason, the circuit may trip and cause damage to the contents of the refrigerator. In summary, as both codes state, a GFCI cannot be installed in a location that is not readily accessible. I'm Frank Morris with StudyTheCode.com, and this is another one of our video tips of the week. For more detailed information on this subject and other construction code related items, we invite you to visit our website at www.studythecode.com. Thanks for watching.